be relatively effective. Overseer coming in, actually trying to come across. The Overseer is going to die, though. He does see the 4 factories, all with tech labs. Oh, no, 1 has a reactor. I take that back. I'm sorry. And an upgrade going from the armory. So, mech play coming out from Tarson here. And the siege mode was upgraded. Is being upgraded. Hellion damage is being upgraded. So, I'm curious to see exactly. Wow, I just checked back. He's almost at 1,000 and 600 gas. So, something happened. I don't see any tech buildings. Is he just mass roaching? It looks as though he's been trying desperately to break these destructible rocks over here to the right, trying to take it out so he can maybe take a 3rd base. Kind of risky to take that 3rd before you have those destructible rocks destroyed, but the Zerg movement on creep and just in general how fast they move, they're going to be able to hold. Whoa, that was sexy. They're going to be able to hold probably these 3 bases without any real concern. Push coming out here by Tarson. He is moving out. There are no medevacs, but you're really not going to need it just for the little bit of marine medevac or marine marauder that you have. And some Thors, some Hellions, just a good unit composition in general. A lot of Roaches coming out, though, now for HaYpro. He's probably going to be looking to do a Zergling flank with Roaches coming in. And now the question is, oh, good scan coming out from Tarson. He sees all the Roaches. And look at all these Overlords. This is not looking good for HaYpro. He's going to lose 1 Overlord, maybe 2, maybe 3. Hellions coming in, trying to do some work. It looks as though siege tanks are doing tons of work on these Roaches, and Zergling flank coming in, trying to take out those siege tanks. The Hellions backing up, roasting those Zerglings. Not a whole lot's going to happen. Marine Marauder just tearing through the Roaches, and this looks like it's going to be a good game. Terran barely losing any units. SCV's coming down. Right-clicked on repair, so they're going to be repairing these tanks and these Thors non-stop. And just as the 3rd is about to come out, not even using 3 tanks and a Marauder over here, was Tarson on this push. And wow, really great sense of timing. But at the same point in time, you know, a lot of floating coming out from HaYpro. I don't know what the deal is. Roach is coming in trying to pick off some Marauders and some Marines, but just not going to happen. 7 siege tanks, 2 Thors, Marauders, SCVs repairing, and there's not a whole lot that Zerg can do here. Yeah, HaYpro typing out right there. Really sloppy play. I mean, I can't really say much besides you floated 1,800, you weren't expanding, you weren't harassing. I mean, going Zergling Roach against mech is not ideal. But really against mech, what can Zerg do, I guess you could ask. But that was the first game. Let's move on to the second one. Are you just keeping the camera going, by the way, Snoopy? I think that'll work. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to click on the second game here, and we're going to sync back up at the 5-second mark and do another countdown. Game is on faster speed. Alright. Yep, scrap station it is. Alright, I'm paused at 5 seconds. Are you paused at 5 seconds, Snoopy? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, 3, 2, 1, go! And we are off. So, we do have Liquid HaYpro. Wow, from 4th round, best of 3. I guess he, I guess he doesn't like playing a lot of best of 3s. I don't know, I don't think any professional event should ever have anything less than a best of 3, but that's just personally me. I'm not a fan of losing one game because of a very well put together build order by another player that happens to be inferior to you. He may be better than you on that one game, but I think at least best of 3 and RTSs are basically a requirement for all tournament or just generic esports event. But even in Korea, you know, early rounds, they're best of 1s, and it's not like, you know, 15 games on a pro league match. It's you get one shot, and you know it is what it is. But back to the game, we do have a supply depot being finished here by Tarson. Pretty standard play so far. HaYpro throwing down some more drones in the Overlord. Second Overlord not moving yet. We do see the barracks coming down now at the ramp. You're probably going to see 3 bigger buildings. Excuse me. Creating the wall. What I saw TLO do against the Zerg is he had a barracks, and then on the other side, on the same exact starting position, he puts a factory, and it leaves, you know, a three matrix opening, and the second he saw like a Zergling, not Zergling Hydra, it was like Zergling, Baneling, I want to say, another hatchery going down here for HaYpro, so he's taking the FE route. Definitely the way to go, in my opinion. I don't like opening pool as Zerg. I think it's just not as economical, and any attempted aggression early is going to be completely shut down. But anyways, factory's going to go bottom, and then you can put a second barracks or a factory or a starport there, and if they try and Baneling bust you, it's not going to work. And I actually have a really funny replay saying thank you TLO for showing me that wall. We do see 3 SCVs on gas this game coming out from Tarson, so maybe not the Marine Hellion build that we're used to or that we saw last game, but something else probably coming out. And we do see a supply depot being dropped at the ramp. The question is, with the first 100 gas, are we going to see a factory? I believe we are, right next to that supply depot. Probably going to see an add-on coming out of the barracks here shortly. SCV does scout the expansion. Spawning pool almost completed. And just, you know... pure drones. Wow, I'm yawning because I'm talking so much. I don't know if anybody else has that problem, but I have that problem. I lose oxygen to my brain, and I yawn. Factory almost completed now. You know, just dropping mules, playing pretty standard coming out from Tarson here. I'm just interested to see how he blocks the rest of the wall off. And still, you know, massive amounts of drone production. A few Zerglings out though for the Zerg, but all in all, drones and overlords. Because really, what sort of aggression can you do in this situation? And the 3 Marines moving out, STV running away from those 2 Zerglings that are now, one Zergling sitting at the Zelnaga tower. Yeah, Queens right off the bat. Oh, what is he doing? Oh, Creep Tumor. That just looked weird. I saw the Creep Tumor, the Queen, and the Spine Crawler. I thought it was like 3 Creep Tumors or something. I'm like, what? Excellently done, Creep Tumor. It's going to be able to spawn Creep and eventually connect both the main and the natural. So we do see Marine, SCV, Hellion coming out, and we do see Marine Hellion reinforcements coming in. Starport, though, quick medevac coming out. And we do see the Creep Tumor being laid. Once it's completed, it will be invisible. Spine Crawler already done up top. We do see Hellion Marines coming in. Queen needs to be careful. On Creep, they move so much faster. It's so useful. That Creep Tumor is probably going to be spawning another. Oh no, it looks as though the Creep's pretty much spread all across the board. And there you go. Great defense by the Zerg. We do see a command center coming out. We did see 1 medevac. Are we going to see a Hellion drop? Yes, we are, ladies and gentlemen. And with both Queens in the main for HaYpro, I think he's going to be alright here. We do have a 3rd Queen at the expansion. Overlord coming in. He's going to see the tech lab. He's going to see a 2nd factor going down. The question is he going to see the starport? I do not know. He's trying to get the Marines there in time. Hellion drop coming in, though, and they need to be careful. Oh, no, Tarson, watch your micro. He is trying to take some drones out. That one Hellion is taking a lot of damage. It's almost dead. He's going to pick the Hellions back up. And you got to be careful, man. You don't want to lose that medevac to those Queens. So, more drones coming out for HaYpro right now. He is very comfortable sitting on these 2 bases. And, you know, a much later expansion this game coming out for Tarson than in prior games. I do not know why I yawn. My girlfriend's like, it's because you don't get enough oxygen to your brain. And I don't know if she was calling me, you know, a dummy, a mentally challenged person, or what exactly the deal is. But either way, we do have a bunch of larvae sitting there for HaYpro at his natural expansion. Zerglings, Queens kind of moving around, making sure drops aren't going to do too much damage. SCV's coming out, throwing down some gas, and throwing down, both gases going down. So we do see a kind of different style. Instead of the mineral heavy style, we are going to see a very gas intensive style coming out from Tarson, getting instead of staying on 1 out of the 4 gas for quite some time, now electing to get both gas basically as soon as this expo is up. Terran, you know, they are pretty gas intensive from what I can say. I feel Marines and Hellions are really great, but to get the units that are really strong, your siege tanks, your Thors, your Banshees, those are all relatively gas intensive. So we'll see exactly what style of play is going to come out here. We do have a Banshee almost completed. No cloak coming out, though, so we're not going to see anything like that. Banshee should be able to do some pretty good harassment And I am yawning again and again.